Do you like living in the UK? If yes, why? If no, where would you rather live? I love living in England. I would rather live somewhere else because the weather is not to my liking. However, it has been quite a nice summer, I have to say. I don't have any preference though as to where else I would like to live. I'm not sure. Anywhere hot and English. English language speaking, you know. Do you have any extreme beliefs or mottos that you stand by? No, I don't. And is there any makeup you can buy to cover up piercing marks? By that I guess you mean scars. Yes, there is. I think it's called Dermablend or something like that. Just Google it, and it is basically stage makeup. It's very, very thick and it covers very well. Do you have any brothers or sisters? Yes. I'm an only child to my mother and father. They divorced. My dad remarried and with his new wife. He had a son and a daughter, my half-brother and half-sister, who are now 18 and 16. And my mother remarried and had a boy who is the brother that I live with, and he's 19, and he's also my half-brother. And then my stepdad's first wife and him had a child who's my stepbrother, who is 35 and he lives in Spain. So I'm an only child, but I have 4 other siblings as well. I just class them as brother and sisters, well, brothers and sister. So yeah, I do have siblings. What's your favourite fantasy animal? It's a unicorn or Pegasus, or a combination. Actually, that would be good. Do you have favourite TV shows? Yes, I said this previous. I absolutely love CSI and CIS, that sort of stuff. What's your favourite food? I don't really have one. What's your favourite movie? Anything with Angelina Jolie in it. How old were you when you first started wearing makeup? I think I was 14. If you could have any job career, what would it be and why? I secretly would love to be a baker. I'd love to bake and make cakes and decorate cakes and stuff like that. I think that would be awesome. Did you get your piercings as a teenager with your parents' permission? And if so, how did you convince them? Or did you get them as an adult, and what do your parents think? I got my piercings and my tattoos without my parents' permission, but I was the legal age. For piercings, it is still 16. You have to be 16 with ID to get pierced. I never tried to get pierced underage, and never tried to get tattooed underage. I very much believe in that the law is right, the law is there for a reason, and that you should follow the law as far as these certain things are concerned. They're only there for your health and for your safety. My parents never gave me permission to get these things done, however, because they don't like them. But because they know that I am sensible, I would go to a respectable and certified and, you know, clean place. They know that I wouldn't ever put my body at risk. However, they still never gave me any permission. And what do my parents think? That's what my parents think. How long have you been doing hair, and do you enjoy it? Yes, I do, and I've been doing it for nearly 8 years. Also, any advice to someone who wants to pursue a hairstylist career? Yes, get yourself a modern apprenticeship. This is where you go to college part-time, you work full-time in a salon, you combine your theory work with your practical, and you're practicing in the salon all the time, so that's great. Be prepared to cry, be prepared to hate it, be prepared to get paid shit wages for at least 2 years. You are the skivvy, you are the slave, you do all the nasty jobs. You will get shouted at, you will get praised when you do good work. You will have clients that you love, you will have clients that you hate. You will, want to give up. You will want to be the best that you can be. You will go through so many emotions, and you will find it so difficult at times that you just want to give up. But my advice is, if you really want this, if you're really, really passionate about hairdressing, do it. Just do it. And if you're not, get the fuck out of our industry and go and do something else, you lazy sod. What is your ethnic background? I'm white. Simple as that. Do you have any modifications in your eyes? Aside from contacts and very bloodshotness, no, I do not. What accent do you have? I'm South African. I put on an English accent to speak to my English fellow Englishmen. I really couldn't tell you. I don't know. This is the accent that I have. Who do you live with? My mommy and my brother. Which mod hurt the most? The tongue. Which one do you love the most? I love them all. Where does your My Little Pony addiction come from? It comes from when I was a kid, and living back home in South Africa, my grampy from Wales sent me a My Little Ponies, the movie cassette, like VCR, big tape video thing. And I loved it. I fell in love. And that was it. I was dead young. I was really young. What is your natural hair colour? My natural hair colour is almost blonde. It's like the lightest brown you could possibly get. What's your favourite extra colour? Purple. It's blue, then it's purple, then it's probably pink, and then it's probably green. Are you planning on stretching any of your other piercings? No. How old were you when you started stretching your ears, and what did your family and friends think about it? Everybody hated it, and I started when I was either 17 or 18. I was 18. What are your favourite things about yourself? I already have a favourite thing. I quite like my hair. I like my long hair. I used to be vain about my hands, but not anymore since my hairdressing job. I quite like my eyes. Yeah, my eyes are good. I like my eyebrows at the moment. They're good. I like my teeth. I love my teeth. I have quite straight teeth. Spent a lot of money on dental surgery for that shit, by the way. And what would you change, like characteristically and physically? Physically, I would probably definitely like to be thinner, smaller thighs. Yes, smaller thighs, and I'd like to get rid of the paunch. Facebook again. I'd like to get rid of the paunch at the bottom of my, like underneath my belly button. That is typical woman shit. And I would like to be an inch taller, and yeah, just smaller thighs, really. That would be great. I love my calves, just not my thighs, not my paunch. What body modifications do you think go too far? This is a question that I wanted to answer, but I also didn't want to answer because at the same time it's a bit like contradictory. I don't judge other people's modifications, so how, like, it's personal opinion on, if I say, oh, your eyebrow piercing is like a step too far, that's ridiculous because I have a facial piercing too. So I can't really say that somebody else's modification is a step too far. Personally, there are things that I would not do to myself. Like, I would probably never amputate anything. Well, I say this now. I will probably never amputate anything on my body. I quite like all my fingers and toes. So, yeah, that to me, for me personally, is a step too far for my life. But if somebody else walked into my shop and, like a client walked in and they were like, oh my god, like, check it out, I amputated my finger. I'd be like, oh, fucking wicked, cool, dude, yeah, how was it? How was the experience? What was it like? You know, but personally, I'm not going to point the finger and go, that is too far. So that is my opinion on that. What could you absolutely not live without? Air. What made you decide to have breast implants? How long ago did you get them done? Was it expensive, painful? Did you have any problems with it? Are you pleased with the outcome? I'm pleased with the outcome up to a certain extent. I didn't have any problems with them. I was very lucky. It was £1,890 to have them done, but Facebook again. But after you include train tickets to Manchester, a hotel room for my mother for her overnight stay while I was in the clinic, clothes, bras, more bras, and more bras. It was probably about £4,000 all in all. It was painful. It wasn't as painful as I thought it was going to be, but it was painful, but I would do it again. Like I said previous, it was a good 3.5 years ago that I had them done, nearly. And what made me have them done was the fact that I took after my mother, who took after her grandmother, who probably took after her mother. Small-breasted, insecure, hated my body, eating disordered. Thought surgery would cure everything, so I decided to have breast implants. And hey boys and girls, surgery doesn't solve all your problems. Just thought I'd let you know that. Yeah. What is scarification? Scarification is when you take a design, place it on the skin, and using a scalpel, cut that design into the skin, let it heal, and then the scar in the shape of that design is what you're left with. That is scarification. And do you prefer to thread or wax your eyebrows? I actually pluck my eyebrows. I have had them waxed before. I do like getting them waxed. I have threaded my own, but it's kind